fro, let it fro. Let it fro, let it fro. That natural hair, make it grow. That natural hair, make it grow. Let it go, let it go.
Hi sisters, so today we're going to talk about why some of our sisters feel their natural woolly hair should lie down. Deep down they feel like there's something wrong with their natural woolly hair because it doesn't lie down. So when we say lie down, we mean grow down, like women of other races. Our sisters feel like because their hair grows out, instead there's something wrong with their natural woolly hair. And because they don't see that natural woolly hair represented in beauty spaces such as billboards, magazine covers, music videos, for instance, this cements the idea in their mind that something's wrong with their hair, because they're thinking, well, that must be the reason why I don't see myself in the beauty spaces on the billboards, because my hair doesn't grow down like women of other races. Sisters, let me tell you, your hair defies gravity, and we don't need any billboard to affirm us. Yeah, there's not many things on this planet that can defy gravity, but natural woolly hair is one of them. If we really embrace this and ignore the propaganda of the media, we'll really see our hair really blossom with the love that we give it instead of the rejection. Instead of us going to war with our hair by using harsh chemicals and treatments to try and beat it into submission, if we embrace it instead, imagine what that will do for not just to our hair, the quality of our hair, but our emotional and mental state as well. We have to really embrace that. Our hair, when we reject it and try and beat it and try and make it into something that it's not, our hair rebels against us. And because it won't do what we desperately, violently try and make it do, we accuse our hair of being rebellious. We accuse it of being unmanageable. Our hair has taken so much verbal and physical abuse, a testament to the fact it's even still on our heads. Right, Trace?
100%. And this thing about unmanageability, many of us heard it for years. Yeah. We were told, our hair is just so hard to manage, it's just, we don't have good hair, we have bad hair. I think a lot of this comes from looking at the hair, as Davina says, of women in the beauty spaces, right? And comparing our hair with their hair, which looks vastly different, and coming to the conclusion that clearly, if we're not in the beauty spaces, then our hair can't be beautiful. So I know I try and make it lie down. Yes. I try and make it look like, the hair of the women that's in the beauty spaces. My point about this is basically, if our hair was meant to lie down, as some people describe it, kind of like grow down so that it sort of lies down, like an Asian woman or a Caucasian woman's hair, for example, we would be Asian or Caucasian. It's literally that simple. And the reason why we're not is because we aren't Asian or Caucasian, we need to embrace the way the Creator made us. And like Davina said, we can affirm each other's beauty. We don't actually need a billboard, just basically do us. Yeah. That's what we really need to do, because when we use this accusatory language towards our hair, we're not actually doing ourselves any favours. Looking at it from a holistic health perspective, our hair is a living thing, right? Our hair is very much alive. When we use this accusatory language and we look in the mirror and say, I've got terrible hair, I've got such bad hair, etc., etc., we send those words out, and then perhaps at the same time we're putting maybe too much heat on our hair to make it do what it doesn't because it's so rebellious, and or even harsh chemicals to try and make it into what it was never meant to be. How is this actually affecting our hair, so that when the hair grows out, what condition is the hair actually in? What's the quality of the hair that we grow as a result of speaking to it negatively, speaking about it negatively, and using perhaps harsh treatment on it? How good is it going to grow? So, you know, we really do have to think of our health holistically and move away from things like, you know, oh, why doesn't my hair lie down? Oh, my hair doesn't move. Look, it doesn't move. You know, why can't I flick it? Why can't I flick it? You know, sisters, take a good look at my hair. It's not moving. Do I look concerned? No. Let me get Ice Cube to tell you, because he says it best.
I think we have some people in the green room tonight who are ideal candidates. Let's go see.
Yeah.
Who fancies giving us a flick from the green room? Rufus. You got to love it.
I got a slight flick.
Okay, well, let's see, because yours is
Minor
gel. That's a bit of
flick.
gel. Well, let's have a little minor flick from Rufus.
Okay, I'll do anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it. Okay, let's see Rufus in slow motion. Yeah, that's good. Wow. I don't know. Okay, does anyone have the number for an exorcist? Cube, your hair doesn't take more, sort of bounces more than flicks, I guess, doesn't it?
Do it look like it flick, man? Flick?
Cube, if you flick really hard, maybe we'll get a bit of a flick going on, a bit of a bounce.
You gonna get a flick, all right?
Okay.
He absolutely owned it. He owned it. And Jonathan Ross, flick it harder. If you're living in the UK, Jonathan, you know Jonathan Ross, he's crazy. But, you know, Ice Cube really owned it. He was making no apologies. None.
He was making absolutely no apologies. He's basically saying that, you know, I'm exactly the way I'm meant to be. So I don't need to try to be something I was never meant to be, or have attributes that I was never meant to have.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's quite, you can't really ask fairer than that. And honestly, sisters, we should take a cue from the brothers, because brothers have some of the most beautiful hair on this planet, hands down. And I think it's just because they embrace it. They just embrace their hair. You know, they just go for a barber cut and get it cut. You know, they just lock it, twist it, put it in cornrows, you know, just leave it as an afro. But if you notice, majority of the time, our brothers are just embracing the way the hair was made. And you don't really hear them saying, at least not as often as sisters, that, you know, I've just got really bad hair, man. You know, it's just so dry and it's just so coarse and stuff. Man, my hair.
No,
don't really hear it that much. You just, because to be honest, they don't really have that issue, and they've got exactly the same hair as us.
Exactly the same.
It's just that they choose to embrace the hair as opposed to perhaps using harsh treatment on the hair, or speaking to it very derisively, things like that. Because all these things, as I say, you know, this is holistic health. So all these things will affect the way our hair, you know, comes out of our head, basically, and the quality of that hair. So it's really, really important that we allow the hair to be what it's meant to be. I think this issue of manageability is only because we're not allowing the hair to be just what it's meant to be. And when, you know, we try and force it to be what it's not and accuse it of being unmanageable, it's actually not at all unmanageable. And if we don't do that, what we ultimately do is reject a part of ourselves, which is, you know, just a form of self-rejection. And once you start rejecting yourself, it just leads you onto an unhealthy path of unhealthy choices.
Absolutely.
Basically.
And I think we should really celebrate the fact that our hair mirrors our spirit. It always rises. It can't be held down for long. We try and beat it into submission, but it always rises, as we do as a people. You know, I think we should really celebrate the fact that the Most High gave us hair that mirrors our own spirit.
It really does,
Yeah.
because when, you know, just think about our hair, right? You know, harsh treatment can be used on our hair.
Yeah.
And by the next month, you know, you're getting what you call the regrowth.
Exactly.
And those curls are starting to spring up.
And back.
You know, it's like they're back
Yeah.
again. You can't hold them down for long.
Yeah.
They will rise.
Yeah.
So is that not a testament to our spirit? Because, I mean, we've been through quite a lot, yet we're still standing.
We're still here.
So, you know, we need to think about that a little bit more. You know, we need to think about the fact that the hair is a reflection of our spirit. And instead of us rejecting it or putting it down and and complaining about it. Let's see, it's actually, that's really quite interesting, you know. The hair always rises. It always rises. That's really, really interesting. Can't be held down for long. I think that says quite a lot.
Definitely. Sisters, we hope you've enjoyed this video and gotten something from it. We are giving away a free autographed copy of our book, Before We Become Extinct, How Do I Get the Confidence to Wear My Natural Woolly Hair? If you want a copy, all you need to do is drop in the comment section, I want a copy. That's all you have to do. Drop in the comment section, I want a copy. And the first person we see who's done that will contact you.
Yeah, they'll be the winner.
They'll be the winner. We'll contact you and we'll send this copy to you. No matter where you are in the world, we'll send you an autographed copy. Thank you so much for watching the video. We really hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.
I see your struggle and I feel your pain. To raise my queens, that's my aim. Not doing this for the fame. For you I walk through the flames. Nothing to lose but so much to gain. Like that sweet smile is pure sugar cane. But to see that organic beauty and makeup, it's a shame. When cocoa butter on your skin's enough to make it glow. Stopping traffic, everybody like whoa, there she go, there she go. Worth more than silver, platinum and gold. 45, looking 29 years old. For every woman on this world, you're the mold. Don't make the system turn you bitter and cold. Look in the mirror and love what you see. I'm just spitting that pollen for my
Let it flow, let it flow. Let it flow, let it flow. The natural